In a quiet town nestled at the edge of a sprawling forest, there lived a boy named Aarav. His home was a modest hut, perched on the outskirts where the town met the woods. Aarav's family wasn't wealthy. His father was a carpenter, and his mother worked as a seamstress. Yet what they lacked in material wealth, they compensated for with love and encouragement. Aarav, however, was different from other children in the village. While his friends dreamed of becoming merchants, farmers, or blacksmiths like their parents, Aarav harbored an unusual dream. He wanted to become an inventor. His tiny room was filled with makeshift contraptions made from scraps he'd scavenged, broken gears, wooden levers, and even discarded pots. Yet his creations often failed, earning him the label of the dreamer by those in the village. His classmates teased him relentlessly. "Aarav, you'll never build anything useful," they'd say, laughing. "Stick to what you know, like fixing a cart or building furniture. Leave the inventions to the big city folk." But Aarav's spirit wasn't entirely crushed, thanks to his grandmother, Mira. She was the only one who believed in his potential. Sitting by the fire, she'd tell him tales of great inventors who changed the world, reminding him that every successful person was once doubted by others. "The world," she'd say, "belongs to those who dare to believe in themselves when no one else does." One day, Aarav heard of a competition announced by the town council. The king was looking for innovative ideas to solve common problems in the kingdom. The prize? A scholarship to study under the greatest minds in the capital city. Aarav's heart raced. This was his chance to prove himself, to show everyone that his dreams weren't foolish. For weeks, he worked tirelessly in his small room, often staying up late into the night. He decided to build a water wheel-powered machine that could grind grain into flour, a device that would save farmers and millers countless hours of manual labor. It wasn't just about winning the competition. It was about showing the world what he was capable of. Yet, as the deadline approached, Aarav hit obstacle after obstacle. His prototype failed repeatedly. Each failure chipped away at his confidence, and the taunts from his classmates echoed louder in his mind. One evening, after yet another failed attempt, Aarav slumped to the floor in despair. That's when his grandmother entered the room. Seeing his defeated expression, she placed a hand on his shoulder. "Aarav," she said softly, "do you know what separates those who succeed from those who don't?" He shook his head, tears welling in his eyes. "It's not talent, luck, or resources," she continued. "It's belief. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. Failure is not the end. It's a stepping stone. Every failure teaches you something new. Now tell me, what did today's failure teach you?" Wiping his tears, Aarav thought for a moment. "The gears are too small to handle the force of the water. I need something stronger." His grandmother smiled. "Exactly. So what will you do tomorrow?" "I'll find stronger materials," he replied, a spark of determination returning to his eyes. The day of the competition arrived, and the town square was bustling with excitement. Participants from neighboring villages had gathered, each showcasing their ideas. Aarav, with his water wheel machine, stood nervously in a corner. His invention was far from perfect, and he worried it might not work during the demonstration. When his turn came, Aarav stepped forward, heart pounding. As he explained his invention to the judges, he could hear murmurs from the crowd. Some were skeptical, while others were outright dismissive. But Aarav ignored them, focusing instead on his grandmother's words. Taking a deep breath, he started the machine. At first it sputtered, and Aarav felt a wave of panic, but then, with a loud clunk, it roared to life. The water wheel turned, powering the grinding mechanism, and within moments, fine flour began to pour out. The crowd fell silent, and then erupted into applause. The judges were visibly impressed, not just by the machine, but by Aarav's innovative thinking. He had taken a simple concept and turned it into something transformative. Aarav won the competition, earning the scholarship and the respect of his community. But more importantly, he proved to himself that belief is the foundation of success. Over the years, Aarav went on to become one of the greatest inventors of his time, but he never forgot his humble beginnings or the words of his grandmother. He often returned to his village to speak to the children, sharing his journey and encouraging them to dream bigger. Success, he'd tell them, isn't about never failing. It's about never giving up. The world may doubt you, but you must never doubt yourself. And so, Aarav's story became a beacon of hope, inspiring generations to believe in themselves and chase their dreams, no matter how impossible they seemed.